how do we read from a file? So reading from a file, not too difficult. Okay. There's a few different ways to do it, a few different methods. These are methods of the file object. Okay, so that my file that I created has methods associated with it. So there's a few different ways to do this. I can say read, and in that case, what read does is it takes everything that's in that text file and stuffs it into a string variable. Always a string, just like getting user input. So if this has got numbers in it that you want to do calculations with, you need to figure out how to convert them to actual numbers. So think about the data type. It's always going to be a string. You're pulling it from a text file. It's a string, period. Full stop. Okay, so this one will take everything. No parameter here. Takes everything, puts it in that file. This one, if I give it an integer as a parameter or an argument here, it will take the first 10 characters of that file and put them in there. That could be useful if you want to digest a file a few characters at a time. Maybe it's a super huge file. You probably wouldn't do it 10 characters at a time, but you might do it 100 characters at a time or something like that. Another way to do this is the read line method. And you can actually pull from a file one line at a time. Now, if I call this a second time, read line, it will pull the next line. So the next line of data from the file. So I can actually put that in a loop and it will pull the lines until the end of the file. So let's actually try this with what we were working on before. So rather than printing the whole file, I'm going to say this, and it's a method, so I'm going to go read, and I'm not going to give it any parameters. And then I'm going to print that text out. Okay? So what I have in here is some data for my bank account ATM program, because who wants a bank account that resets every time the ATM reboots, right? Nobody. So that's what's in that file. And here's the file right here. So if I open that file, you can see that's what's there. And so I am going to read that file into that variable. And now if I want to, I can grab the first 10 characters of that only, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 happens to be just to there, right? Or I can print only the first line of that file. It's all pretty simple and allows me quite a bit of flexibility. So what if I want to